Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. In this series, I'm offering practical, not obvious tactics that have helped my clients, and me, in improving our time management, diet, mood, self-employment, and in saving money. In this installment, tips on money. Don't overspend. Beyond a bare middle-class existence, spending more rarely increases happiness. Indeed, it may decrease happiness because it complexifies your life. It may even force you into a career that pays more but that you like less. I think of salespeople as opposed to creatives. We pay too much for status, neighborhood, car, brand of clothing. You likely won't get much more pleasure from that expensive brand, maybe less. That's because companies usually put their best people on the products that yield the most revenue. By definition, that's their mainstream products, not their luxury line. So consider a safe but not Tony neighborhood. A 3-year-old Toyota that you drive until it drops, or is unreliable at least, rather than every few years a new, more service-requiring and breakdown-prone Luxmobile. And at least starting at a community college, you or your kids, where perhaps surprising, teaching is better because universities hire faculty mainly on their research, not their teaching. Invest. If you haven't overspent, you're more likely to have money to invest, and investing wisely is simpler than many advisors, who gain if you let them manage your investments, would have you believe. At the risk of some reductionism, fully fund your 401k or IRA, and invest any additional money in a quality all-in-one fund such as Vanguard's or BlackRock's. And I want you to know I'm not a licensed financial advisor nor paid by them. This is simply a personal opinion. Invest simply. It's beyond the scope of this to explain why, but many experts believe it's wise to 1. Keep most of your money in one respected company's multi-asset fund, such as the two I mentioned above. That ensures diversification and low cost and a solid track record of performance and safety. Also tax advantage. Vanguard and BlackRock are not going to run away with your money. And having your investments in one place makes record keeping easy. And 2, dollar cost average. That simply means don't try to time the market. You're going to too often guess wrong because we tend to be swayed by emotion, which makes us buy when prices are high and sell when prices are low, which is the opposite of what it takes to make money. Rather, the day that you have an investable chunk of money, say an extra $500, invested that day in the investment of your choice. That way you get more shares of the investment when the price is low and fewer shares when the price is high. And because that process is automatic, mechanical, you avoid the stress of trying to time it. Then leave your money in there until you really need it. By putting your money to work like that, the miracle of compounding can multiply your money to an astonishing extent. Compounding basically means you get interest on your interest. If you invested just $100 a week in a conservative investment like a CD that yields 5% a year, thanks to the miracle of compounding, in 20 years, it'll be worth $172,000. Albert Einstein called compound interest, quote, the 8th wonder of the world. Donate for impact. It's tempting to donate to the least among us, but as every battlefield medic knows, give your limited resources not necessarily to the sickest, but to the people most likely to benefit. Another analogy, if you owned a solar farm that had 10 solar collectors and you had money to invest in number 11, you'd be wise to put it not next to the least among us solar collector, but to the one that produced the most solar energy. So, give to causes with big ripple effect. One of my favorites is mentoring low-income gifted kids. Such kids have great potential that often goes unrealized, and mentoring is a potent way to help. A similar approach is to forego the tax deduction and give to individuals with great potential that might otherwise go unfulfilled. As I've mentioned at the end of this series' previous installments, I am sobered by how difficult it is to change. So it may be wise to not try to do all of the things I've mentioned, but just pick one tactic that calls to you. In any event, that's my money secrets. As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel, and certainly would welcome you checking out any of my 32 books. Probably the one most relevant to this is my book, How to Do Life. But all 32 are available on Amazon. Just go there and search on my name, Marty Nemko, Nemko, and you will find more than you can stomach. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nimko.